A lawsuit has been filed against an all-white settlement in North Arkansas known as Return to the Land.
It first made headlines last summer when its founders went public about their plans to establish communities across the U.S. that ban anyone with heritage that is not white and European. Channel 7's Chris Gay spoke with one of the plaintiffs in the lawsuit. He joins us now in our content center with more. Chris.
Chris and Beth, Return to the Land has been building a settlement that promotes racial and ethnical segregation near Ravenden in North Lawrence County, but now a lawsuit could challenge the settlement's discriminatory application process.
What they're doing is a brazen violation of existing law. It's just that no one has sued them or really taken any concrete action to stop this.
Kendall Llewellyn with Legal Aid of Arkansas, one of the plaintiffs in the lawsuit, states that the lawsuit was brought on behalf of Michelle Walker of St. Louis, who went through Return to the Land's application process. She reportedly did this not for the purpose of living in the community, but for the purpose of taking advantage of what she considered prime real estate.
She was effectively denied the opportunity to purchase housing.
Llewellyn states that the settlement violates the Fair Housing Act in addition to numerous civil rights laws.
You cannot restrict the sale of real estate based on race or religion or a number of other protected classes.
Legal Aid says that though Michelle Walker is white, she was denied the chance to be a part of Return to the Land because she is married to a black man, has biracial children, and has Jewish ancestry.
They've been fairly explicit in the media about the fact that they only accept people who they consider to be white.
In a copy of the lawsuit, images were included of the questions Walker had to answer during her application process, including answering this question: which of the following religions would she not tolerate in a community? The options included Christianity, Islam, Judaism, and others. Other questions asked if she supported segregation, procreation, and multiculturalism. According to the settlement's social media page, they addressed the lawsuit, stating that Walker was not rejected from buying land. Their website also now states that Return to the Land does not engage in the sale or rental of real estate, despite the lawsuit showing an image of the settlement's message on their website stating that their property is for members of the LLC.
They will sell members a share of an LLC, and with that LLC comes land, which they believe is a way to get around existing civil rights laws.
When Return to the Land first made headlines last summer, Attorney General Tim Griffin vowed to investigate potential legal issues with this settlement. A spokesperson with the AG's office told me today that they are still investigating the group. On your side, I'm Chris Gay.
Okay, Chris, thank you very much. For a link to that lawsuit and to hear more from Legal Aid of Arkansas, just head over to our website, KATV.com.